Hey gang, we're the Millers.
In paradise.
Got a different one for you today.
We're in birding paradise. Or we hope, anyway.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We're at the Lake Apopka Wildlife Trail or something like that.
Wildlife Drive.
Wildlife Drive, yep.
Yep, so we're going to really talk about our photography today. We've really gotten into that. And Randy's going to take pictures. I'm going to take pictures. He's shooting on a Sony. I'm shooting on a Canon. And we're going to put pictures, and we want you guys to vote. So we'll put like Randy's pictures or Teresa's pictures or whatever. And we want you guys to vote on which ones are better, because we're comparing the Canon to the Sony. And we'll go more into depth about our equipment and all of that. But yeah, we want you guys to vote and in the comments, you know, which ones you thought were better, Canon or Sony. So anyway, different kind of video for us today, but we're looking forward to it. And let's get started.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. All right, here we are at Lake Apopka North Shore Wildlife Drive. You can see it's open from 7 to 3, and you must exit by 5. So 11-mile one-way only drive-through. All right, let's go. All right, here is a QR code, and you can put this on your phone, and you can listen to an audio tour as you drive through. There's little information. So it's free. There is no admission here. It's part of the St. John's River Wildlife or River Management, something like that. Anyway, we're gonna take some pictures. We came a few weeks ago and made a video, but we had a lot of audio issues, so we scrapped it and we're doing it again. So anyway, here's the information. It is an 11-mile one-way drive. Like I said, it is free though. And last time we were here, we saw over 50 alligators. Ran's over there already getting his camera ready. But yeah, we saw like 50 alligators. So I'm hoping we see a lot again. So this is a huge birding trail, but the birds have mostly migrated. But last time we came, we still saw a lot of herons and egrets and ducks and things like that. So we'll see what we see today. But you ready?
I'm ready. Go.
And we're going to give you a lot of information also on our cameras and what kind of gear we're using and all that good stuff. All right, let's go. Okay, we're starting our little drive here. It is bumpy, but like I said, it's free. And I cannot believe that this is free, then they're not charging. But anyway, I'm going to talk about my camera. So this is a Canon EOS R10, and it does have a zoom lens on it. This is a 55 to 210, and it's an RF mount, and I'm using the EOS R10 Canon, like I said.
There you go. That's what you're taking pictures of.
So, oh yeah. So we saw somebody with a huge lens earlier. I'm taking pictures. He had stopped, so let's see if Randy can get some shots. I believe that's an anhinga.
Yep.
Which is, anhingas are called snake birds. In the water, they look like snakes. And then they get out and they have to spread their wings out to dry, because they don't have like the, they're not like ducks, I guess you could say. So they'll get in the water, they'll fish, and then they get out and dry their wings so that they can fly. And that's what Randy's taking a picture of. So let me see. I'm going to flip the camera around and see if I can't zoom in on it and show you what I'm talking about. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, there he is right there. That's the anhinga. They're similar to cormorants. But hopefully we'll see more, and we'll see some with their wings spread so I can show you. But last time we were here, we did see quite a few of them, so we'll hopefully get to show you some more of these beautiful birds. Okay, right at the start, there's this little pull off, and you can stop and pick up this little wildlife guide. So I grabbed one of those. We have a big map that they gave us last time, so I didn't have to stop and get a map. There's some of the birds that you might see, and then like here's a thing of the map. So they stopped letting people in at 3, but you don't have to be out until 5. When we were here last time, it did take us 2.5 hours to complete it, but we stopped and took a ton of pictures, and we did video, but like I said, the audio was horrible, and I was on a camera where I couldn't zoom, so none of the birds really showed up very well. All right, so here, and then they do have spaced throughout. There's a wren, a wild wren sighting. They do have porta potties throughout the drive, and there is a spot about halfway through where you can stop and actually hike if you want. So yeah, lovely porta potty here, but we won't be doing any hiking today, just driving. But all right, okay, we'll get back on the road. All right, here is a great blue heron, and these birds are so beautiful. Super excited to see one. We got several last time, but there's just not as many birds out this time, so super excited to have this one. All right, Randy's gonna
Shutterbug Barbie, she's going to town here.
Yep, hopefully.
Zoom out here. Yeah, we definitely noticed hadn't been as many so far anyway. We're about a quarter of the way through the drive. Doesn't seem to be as many as it was last time.
Not by a long shot.
They're pretty.
Buffering.
Yeah.
That's one thing about this camera. It is the only, as I was saying, you can't take a ton of pictures. It'll stop and it'll buffer for a little bit and then pick back up. So that's the only thing I don't like about this camera. Other than that, I love everything about it. I think the colors are phenomenal, the resolution, I love it, except for that one thing.
Yeah, it can be kind of frustrating. You get some action shots, all of a sudden it says buffering.
It just stops, wait. Yeah, and you have to wait, and then by a lot of times...
fussing something.
You tell it. I think he's about to get something to eat.
Yeah, you found something, I think. I see something. Find him. You glare so bad in this LCD screen, I can't find him.
I will say this, I love this bird. It's probably my favorite that we've found so far.
Yeah, they're pretty.
The great blue heron, I love them.
All right, we're gonna push on, see what else we find.
All right, onward. And then we'll talk, oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, we'll talk about Randy's camera in a minute.
All right, yeah, I'll show that, we'll talk about it.
All right, here is an anhinga with its wings spread. they have to dry before they can fly. So that's really cool. Now some of them have like a lot of white in their wings. This one doesn't. And I know you probably can't see, but up there's an osprey on top of that pole, and he does, I believe, have some food. It appears he's eating something. Yep, he's tearing something apart up there, right there. But that's as close as I can zoom in. But super cool to get the 𝐵𝐻𝐵𝐒 so close right here. I think so.
It's hard to see, but it's glare.
Hard to see, yeah.
Yeah, the light is on the front. Anyway, camera I'm shooting today is my Sony a6700, and I've got the Tamron 70-300 zoom lens with the lens hood, of course, and it's got awesome resolution. I've been very happy with it. A place like here, you'd always use more reach, but that's just the way it is. But
yeah,
so far, I've been very happy with it.
And his does not.
And I don't have the buffering issue.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The Sony will slow down, but it won't stop. So if you take a ton of pictures, it'll start taking slower pictures, but it still takes pictures.
Yep.
But the Canon will actually stop with the buffering.
Yep. So it's a pain sometimes with the Canon, but other than that, I love it. But Randy does have one gripe about this Sony though, and that is the placement of the viewfinder.
Yeah, I don't like the little electronic viewfinder being on the side, but at least it does have one, and it's a pretty good image in the viewfinder, but it's just kind of awkward on the side. I'm more used to like the Canon being up in the top of the center, you know. But whatever, it works fine. Just getting used to it.
Yeah. So we're just getting started, so hopefully eventually we'll get the big lenses that we want and all that, but
yeah,
it's a good start and we're having a blast with it. All right. Ready?
Onward.
Onward. All right, we did find a gator. I think this is number 3. Last time we were here, we saw over 50. They were literally everywhere. So they're very scarce today, but finally saw one close enough to show you guys. So yeah, I'm really surprised the difference like 3 weeks makes in the amount of what we're seeing, but I'm just glad we saw one close enough that I could show you guys. But you can see it is beautiful, a beautiful drive anyway, even if we're not seeing as much. Are seeing a lot of osprey. We've seen several. Yeah, we saw one fly right over us with a fish in his mouth, but we didn't get the camera set up in time to. Oh, Randy just saw 2 more gators. Oh, maybe y'all can see them. They're out there. There they are. Swimming in that water. Oh, I'm sorry. I know the footage is very shaky from the drive, but there they are. Try to zoom in a little. There we go. They're kind of swimming together. There's one. And then there's the other one. But one just went under. Alright. Keep on the hunt. Okay, here are a couple of birds. They're chicken-like birds. They're not ducks. And there are a lot of these out here. There were more last time, but there's still several out here. But I'm going to show you. I can't pronounce their name, so I'm going to show you what they're called, and then tell you about. Let me zoom back out. So this is what they're called. Common. And if y'all know how to pronounce that, y'all let me know in the comments. But anyway, there are a lot of them out here. But
Gallinule, maybe.
Yeah, how I know what this is from my app, which is called Merlin. and you just download it. It is free. It's been amazing in helping us identify birds, but it's just Merlin, like the magician. And like I said, it's free, and you put your picture in there and it tells you what it is. It knows your location if you let it, and so that helps it identify your location and things like that. So Merlin bird app, I cannot recommend it enough. And I see another gator. There it is right there. So that's, I think that makes 6 so far. And here is an area where you can pull off and stop. I think they must see some gators or something. Yeah, there's a, yep, let's see another gator. You can pull over. That's where you can go park and actually go hike if you would like. There's a hiking trail. Actually, it's a multi-use trail, and I think it said you could ride horses or bicycles or hike.
And that big house is part of the water management thing. It's like a flood control.
Oh, okay.
So they can drain Lake Apopka if you need to or something.
Yeah, and it does, there are porta potties down there. All right, so yeah, we are definitely seeing more gators. There's another one. So in the area, we're definitely coming into a lot more gators. But I wanted to say, Randy said that porta potty that he went in was the nicest one he had ever went in, and it was super duper clean and smelled good, and that's good because porta potties are normally gross, but he said this one was super clean, so I had to throw that in there. But
blackbird thing right there.
Oh yeah, all right, let's see here. If I can, there we go. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I'll have to pull up my Merlin app to take a picture of it and see. It's pretty though.
Yeah.
It's iridescent. Like it's so black, but it's got blues and purples coming off of it. Oh, here it goes. But I'm excited that we're seeing more alligators. That's for sure. All right, well, we'll keep. Woo, woo. It is very bumpy. So anyway,
this section in particular.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once you turn right there. Okay, good. The gators are picking up. All right, we found another great blue heron, so we've stopped to see if we can get some pictures of this one. And then across the way we see an osprey in a nest. I know it's not going to show, we're too far, but have to stop and get as many pictures of these great blue heron as possible.
Alright, we live.
Alright, we live. Alright, well that was a quick for you guys, trip through the Lake Apopka Wildlife Trail. And again, it is free. If you want to come out here, do plan on spending, there's a sign up front, it says be prepared to take 3 hours to get through it. Now, the first time we came, it took us 2.5. This time, how long did it take us?
It was an hour and 45 minutes, roughly.
Yeah, because there just wasn't nearly as much wildlife out as
and
it was.
Wasn't as much traffic either. So,
yeah, as it was. I think the warmer it gets, the less you're going to see.
Midday, anyway.
I think the fall and winter here, that's when it's really incredible. I will say they have documented 369 different bird species here. So that's pretty incredible. And like I said, the fact that it's free is just mind-blowing. But it's a great place to come. Bring your kids, let them see gators in the wild, and then lots of birds. So
turtles. Saw several turtles a day. Saw
Yep.
a couple last time, I think. But
yeah. So anyway, we've had a wonderful time. I did want to have something else to comment. When you're looking at photos, do you prefer like a cropped in image of like the close-up of the bird's face, or do you like a more landscape type photo that the bird is in it, but it's also got a lot of habitat behind it? What's your favorite as far as the type of photos? But anyway, don't forget, we're going to put pictures, some from Randy, some from me, and vote, because we're comparing his Sony to the Canon that I'm using. So they're both his, but he allows me to use the Canon. So
I might put two side by side and put an A and then a B, and y'all decide and vote on which one you think it is, what camera, and then which one is better. So
Yep.
anyway, just something to have fun with.
yeah. But anyway, I guess we're going to wrap this up.
And don't be in a hurry when you come here.
No.
Several times we had people behind us. I mean, they do it right on a bumper and like pull over, because some places are narrow, you can't pull over. Finally get to a little area you can pull over, and it's shoom, they take off. I mean, why do you even come here to be in a hurry? I mean, that don't make sense. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's just people.
If you come, do be prepared to spend like 2.5 to 3 hours. There are different porta potty spots along the way, so don't worry about that. Bring you some drinks and some snacks if you want, but like I said, be prepared. Don't be in a hurry,
Yeah,
because this is you just want to come take your time and look at everything.
exactly.
But it's been a great afternoon. I guess we're going to wrap it up. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Would love to have you in the Millers in Paradise family. We do have a Shutterstock account set up where we have some of our pictures for sale, and we'll have the link for that in the description box if you want to check out our Shutterstock little catalog there. And I'm a travel agent. If you want to plan a trip down here to Central Florida, I'd be glad to help you. I'll put my email right here and just shoot me an email. I'll be glad to help you. I guess we're going to wrap up. Remember, paradise
It's a photo state of mind.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, we will see you on the next one.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I'm getting hungry. Where are we going?
We're going to *𝐷𝐈𝐒
What?
*𝐷𝐈𝐒.
Huey, Dewey, and Lou? I never heard of it.
Well, you about to. All right, let's go.
All right, look for that video coming up.
Yep. Bye.
Or it may be before this one. I don't know.
It will probably be before this one.
Yeah, so anyway, but this one may take a little while to edit, so.
Yep.
Anyway, we're going to enjoy it.
We're going to go have some chicken. Let's
All
go.
right, bye.